What's up guys, it is Aaron and welcome back to the channel. I've been doing a lot of work to the go-kart off camera and I was just thinking, well, that's enough time for me to be doing stuff off camera. Now it's time for me to start doing stuff on camera. So what I've been doing is, well, first off I got some new parts in. Start with the little stuff. Where is it? I got some switches, some bolts and 90-degree angle iron. Well, not angle iron, 90-degree. It's basically for wood, but it's metal, so I should be able to weld it onto the actual body parts when I get them. But yeah, that's basically the little parts. The big parts are rear axle bearings, which are these bits here. I'm just trying to align this bit here. I'm trying to get that bit on. And one thing I was freaking out about was I put that on before putting the actual like gear on, but then I was like, oh wait, I can just like take it apart, put it in half, and clamp it together on the axle, so that's good. I also got front axles as well. Here they are, front axles. Yay! For once, I'm actually getting somewhere with this go-kart, which is good. I also have the steering for that as well. These parts here, which are already in gold, which is good. And then I also have the actual steering column as well. For this bit here is something very, very cool. My granddad did help me out with the idea of it, but I did do it myself, as you can see down there, if my camera will focus. There you go, there is a bolt with washers and a kingpin down there to stop the bolt from going undone. So that's something that I was working on, and the reason I done that was because the hole for this bearing was not big enough for the steering to actually go into. So that's basically why I done that. And what I'm going to do just now is put oil in there just to help it lube up and stop from getting like stuck all the time. Because it is really, really stiff at the minute because there's no ball bearings in there. So it's just a temporary solution until I can go out and find some proper bearings that will actually fit. Turn that. See, it's very stiff when it comes to that part there. So I got starting to get a little bit better. So work the oil in. One of the other things as well is that I got was a spoiler. I'm just opening up the garage door at the minute just to let some fresh air in. But I bought a spoiler and it's actually a very, very rare spoiler, so I'm going to go up here and get it. So, what I mean by rare is I bought this off of a proper car company as well. This spoiler looks really, really nice. It's 42 inches wide, and I already checked the scale on the go-kart. And just had like a picture in my head of what the go-kart will look like and put it around about where the spoiler will go. And I looked at the scale of it and it's going to look really, really nice on the go-kart. So what I mean by rare is this was designed by Ken Block. Ken Block is a famous rally drift racer on YouTube. You can go off and search up his channel. And there's only 10 of these spoilers in the UK. Only 10 in the UK, and I think there's only like 50 around the whole world. So that's how rare these are, and this was quite a lot. It took me forever to find it as well, because I was wanting something that looked really, really nice on it, and it's carbon fiber as well. It's plastic dipped carbon fiber, as you can tell. It's black, so it was plastic dipped, which is really, really nice. And the way that this is set up as well, for it to go mounting on, is actually really, really cool. You've got a lot of adjustment for aerodynamics, for it to be pushing on the back wheels. But it is again just going to be for looks, and if I'm going to be doing racing, then I am going to set it up for racing. But just now it's just going to be a drift car, so this is just to make it look nice. Same with other parts as well. I'm going to order what I'm going to order. I'm going to order exhausts, intake manifolds, you know, just that kind of stuff on a car. And I might get a blow-off valve at the top of the car as well. And what that is if you've got like a V8 or a V10 and you have this massive thing at the top and it opens and shuts, I'll have a photo of it up here. What that looks like, and I'll show you a photo of what the go-kart will hopefully look like. Focus camera. Focus. I had so much of an issue with this last time. But yeah, here's the photo of what I hope the go-kart will look like. Is happening right now, and I'm really, really happy and excited to be doing it. Shut up, you fucking thing. See, this fucking thing here takes gas and it keeps going off and all the time because it's got low battery. As I was saying, before I was really interrupted, yeah, so that's big things happening at the minute, and I just can't wait to get off and start doing it. So this is just like a little intro of what's happening, and I want to cut off too early what kind of motor as well I'm going to be using. It's usually used for industrial purposes like this. This is 0.5 horsepower. If the camera will focus. It's 0.5 horsepower, so 370 watts, so 0.5 horsepower, and I'm going to have a 5 horsepower motor. So yeah, this is quite a powerful motor. And it's 3,000 RPM. It says there, 3,000 RPM if you can rate that. It's going to be 1,900 RPM, so it's going to be really, really quick with a lot of torque, which is good for drifting, and it's going to be very, very fast. Those drill holes sorted out right now. It's all aligned properly, which is good. It's spinning freely. And what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to knock all this down back here, use a measuring tape, and line up each end and make sure that they're both equal. 15-20 minutes later, I've got the rear axle aligned. Both of them is 22.9 millimeters from the end of the bearing each side out, so that's perfectly done. Next step is to attach the sprocket, the rear axle sprocket on, and then get to the front of the go-kart. I'm just going to go off and continue working on this. At the minute, I'm going to do a little montage, so cue the montage! Montage? I'm too lazy to do a montage. Time lapse. So that's that rear chassis finally finished. I'm not going to get around to the front chassis today, unfortunately. So what I'm doing just now is I'm just installing switches. At the minute, I'm going to install this switch here as well. So not only will I have the other switch as well for theft, but I'll also have this one, so I'll have the key with me as well to just have that little extra precaution to stop people from stealing it. Also got these buttons in place which have LEDs on them, so when there's power to them, they'll light up saying yes, everything's on. But this one unfortunately doesn't.